Welcome. My name is Starr, and this is our third week going live for building a supportive community of women. If you are here live or watching the recording, thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful that you are here. This is intended to be a support system, a safe place to come as you are, to learn and grow in community with each other through life's ups, downs, everyday joys, difficulty, challenges, and everything in between. This is a place for women to come and support each other. Let me start with the words from my favorite author, Melody Beattie, which I think beautifully summarizes what I'm trying to articulate. We can be grateful that no matter what we're going through, someone else has gone through it and can share their experience, strength, and hope. Instead of regretting our mistakes, we can be grateful that we have special experiences, strength, and hope to share with someone else. And I will link the authors that I quote today in the description if you want to check their Instagram pages out. That's where I found all of these beautiful writings. Let's go ahead and pull out our Let's Flourish worksheet. This is a worksheet that I offer to you for free so that if you prefer to write on this instead of your journal or something, you can just print it off and have it ready for class. It's a great place to write down your thoughts and whatever comes to you as we review these categories in our live video today. If you would like a copy of it, simply email me at scofwomen@gmail.com. So that stands for supportive community, scofwomen@gmail.com, and I would love to send you a copy so that you can print it out if that's what you would like. Let's start with the topic celebrate. So, right now, I'm asking you to take a moment to celebrate you. Is there something that has transpired lately in your life that is big to you? It doesn't matter if it's big to someone else or not. If it was big or important or something to celebrate in your life, I want you to take a moment now and celebrate it, or write down ways that you can celebrate it and really take time to appreciate your progress. I'm next going to read this quote from Nikki Warren. She's an author that I found on Instagram. I haven't read a book of hers, but I need to because her words resonate so much with me. In Nikki's words, celebrate yourself. My beautiful friend, celebrate who you have become and everything that you have done. Celebrate all of your hard work. Celebrate all the long nights and early mornings that you poured yourself into your work. Celebrate every moment that you wanted to give up, but you stood back up and continued anyway. Celebrate you, my beautiful friend. Go out to your favorite restaurant. Bring your favorite people and laugh the night away. Go to your favorite store and treat yourself to that thing that you have been eyeing for so long. Go swim in the ocean, camp in the mountains, kayak in the lake, explore the city, wherever you have been dreaming of, go there. Dance through the streets and sing your heart out. Celebrate yourself, my sweet friend. Celebrate everything you have done and the incredible person that you have become. And I will share mine. I am so looking forward to one day when the word gets out and those who resonate with joining a supportive community of women, joining Alive on Sundays, join this video. I'm so looking forward to being able to say hi and reading what your celebrations are. But for now, let me share what mine is. For me, I'm focusing on celebrating my progress as I learn how to do this YouTube thing instead of focusing on things that are out of my control. And I'm celebrating progress because I am making so much progress. I'm learning so much week by week. And that is something to celebrate. It may not be where I want it to be, but I know that will come with practice and time. And even today, you can tell the lighting is so much better than it was last week, and so much better than it was the week before. So for me, I'm just focusing on celebrating my progress as I learn and figure out how to do YouTube. The next category is gratitude. And this is a quote that has really stuck with me. It's by Oprah Winfrey. I think she has so much wisdom on this topic. In Oprah's words, the more thankful I became, the more my bounty increased. That's because for sure, what you focus on expands. When you focus on the goodness in life, you create more of it. And I could not agree with this more. I'll share, I guess it's kind of a silly little story on this topic, but for me, it rings true. So I'll just share my experience with you. I My husband calls me the parking queen or something because when we go somewhere, I always think there's going to be a spot. Even if it's busy, I think a spot will open or we'll find a spot or whatever the case may be, I just think it's going to work out. And I think what that does is it attracts those things. And I know this mindset may not be for everyone, but for me, it is so true that when I focus on the things in life, I know this is a silly example of a parking spot, okay, but when I focus on what I want in life and what I want to create more of, it does expand, just like Oprah's quote. And that's why my husband calls me the parking queen because when we drive places together, usually a spot opens up or we find a spot or it just works out. And I do think that we have that ability to focus on what we want in life and create more of it. And I think that is incredible. The next section is peace, or more specifically, at peace. And when I'm talking about being at peace, I want you to take a moment to reflect. When was the last time that you truly felt at peace? What were you doing? Are there ways that you can invite that inner harmony and peace into your day to day life? And I have a quote to share with you, once again from the author Nikki Warren, as you jot down your thoughts and feelings of those times that you have felt at peace. In the words of Nikki, whatever you look for in this world, you will find. This does connect to the last thought. But I love the way that she phrases this. Let me start over. And she titles this What You Seek. Whatever you look for in this world, you will find. Joy, love, purpose, passion, courage, change, opportunity, peace, kindness, possibility, sorrow, pain, setback, regret, impossibility. Every now and again, make sure to check the lens that you're using. Maybe you need to dust it off or switch it out. My beautiful friend, make sure you are seeking what you hope to find. And the wisdom in those words, make sure you are seeking what you hope to find. If you are seeking more peace in your life, make sure that is what you are looking for, what you are seeking. The next topic is hope and trust. And when I say trust, I'm talking about trusting the process. And the idea of hope or faith or trusting the process looks different for each of us. And that is wonderful because each of us know what is best for us in our life. Each of us has that inner knowing of what our path is. And so I respect all different kinds. Oh, excuse me. I respect all different kinds of faith, whether that be religious or spiritual or hope or trusting in the process, trusting in yourself, whatever rings true for you, that is what this section is for. So, as you consider this idea of hope and trust, let me share this meditation that I pulled from author Melody Beattie's Instagram page. You can do things if you think that you can. You can see new things, visit new places, and amaze others and yourself. You can get the career you want, have the relationship you want, reach the dreams in your heart. You can get wherever you want to go from where you are now. All it takes is faith, desire, and a little belief in the magic of the universe. And I'll share what my husband and we got into kind of a deep conversation last night, and I'll try to summarize why I believe so strongly in this, and why I feel it has taken me so far and blessed me so much personally in my life. Without getting into too much detail, I do plan on sharing more of my story, but I think I'll save that for another day. Without getting into too much detail, and we all have our own experiences and challenges and traumas from our childhood or from certain times in our life. There's a specific time in my life in my early 20s that I experienced significant trauma. And I'll just briefly state that I experienced abuse in a relationship, and it was so difficult. It rattled me to my core. And I felt like I spent years doing my best and trying my best and picking up the pieces. And of course, from something like that, I had fear. I actually had PTSD, which of course is fear. But sort of my brain was reliving things, and I was in just this hyper vigilant state, that fight or flight survival mode. And um, I'm so grateful for the resources that I have found along the way. So I just continue to do my best to learn and grow, um, try to be the best version of me that I could at the time. And along the way, I found resources. I was referred to the therapist that I still see today. I got a job at an incredible nonprofit organization, and I got to rub shoulders with therapists and experts in the field of trauma and overcoming trauma. And it was just this incredible blessing. I feel like I'm welling up again. I'm laughing because I'm not like a person that gets emotional all the time, even though I am a sensitive person, but in these lives I tend to get emotional, and I guess that's because I'm speaking from my soul. Um, so there just came a point in my life where I sort of realized that I could not have planned it any better for myself had I tried. And I did try, I tried to do my best, but my life just fell into place in such a way where it became undeniable to me that the universe was providing everything that I needed to heal, and everything that I truly needed to take care of myself. And once I realized that, it really helped me to start learning to live from a place of hope and trusting in the universe. That's how I would say it. That's where my spiritual beliefs lie, trusting in the universe, trusting in the process. I just reached a point where I was so grateful that the universe had been doing all of these things all along that I could not have even planned for myself. And to have that realization, it changed my life. It allowed me to start replacing fear with faith and hope and trust. And so I really do believe in those words that I shared from Melody Beattie, and I'll repeat the last paragraph one more time. All it takes is faith, desire, and a little belief in the magic of the universe. Okay, next section is joy. And I group together joy and laughter because I think laughter is good for the soul. Laughter, I think, is so important. Um, so if and I say this every week, but I personally love watching comedians. So if you have a favorite comedian or a favorite show that just lightens your mood, makes you laugh, please leave that in the comments. Share the goodness with others in case they're looking for a new lighthearted, give that good feeling and those good laugh show or a comedian that they can check out. So I'll focus on the joy part. And my questions for you as you consider this topic are: when did you last feel joy? What were you doing? And what ideas do you have on inviting more joy into your life? I have more words from Nikki Warren. The title of this is Do Not Settle. My beautiful friend, do not settle. Not with love, not with your job, not with your city, not with your home, not with your happiness. If something doesn't feel right, don't let it continue for too long. If it doesn't feel right, let it go and leave it behind. It's okay if you don't have a logical reason as to why it's wrong. It's okay if the path forward isn't clear. It's okay if you don't know what you will do next. If it is not meant for you, be brave enough to let it go. Because one day you'll thank yourself for never settling on your happiness. One day you will realize that all along you were meant for so much more and that you only found it because you didn't settle. You are meant for deep joy, deep love, deep passion, deep excitement for life, and it's out there for you. So beautifully written by Nikki, and I love the fantastic job she does of pointing out that we have that inner voice telling us what will bring us personally what we need in our life. And when we listen to it and when we make decisions based around it, we we are on the path for us in finding our own joy. So I think that is so powerful to listen to that inner knowing, to trust it, and then to take the brave step to follow it. Take the action, do it. Even if it's scary, when you listen to what that inner knowing is telling you, you will be on the path for you. That's my belief. Next section is freeing affirmation. My definition of a freeing affirmation is a helpful statement that resonates as true in your body, almost like you get chills or you can feel it in your bones, and it sets you free. So, this is going to be different for everyone. I'm going to share the words from Melody Beattie that I love to share because I think it articulates what I'm trying to share with you here. In Melody's words, allow yourself to heal. Find new messages that empower you with love, messages that set you free. So, here are a couple of examples I have of challenging self-limiting thoughts and replacing them with helpful, true, and empowering thoughts. So, an example of a thought that's, not really helpful is: I'm not talented or creative enough to pursue my passions. And then a replacement for that, a freeing affirmation, an empowering thought. And again, this is unique for each of us. We need to find these things that feel so true to us. But here's an example: I have unique talents and creativity that are worth sharing with the world. I choose to trust in my abilities. The next example is the unhelpful thought. I have no idea what I'm doing. And sometimes these unhelpful thoughts are true, right? Like maybe we really have no idea what we're doing, but it's not empowering. So we can replace that with the information that we receive from, oh, I have no idea what I'm doing. We can replace it with a freeing affirmation, something that is empowering, something like progress, not perfection, is key to success. I don't need to know everything. All I need is the willingness to learn as I go and take one step at a time. I know I can do that and keep going one step at a time. So whatever it is that just gives you goosebumps or feels so right, replace those unhelpful or self-limiting beliefs with something that is empowering to you. All right, we have two more to go. Connect with yourself. I love this one. I love all of them. I created the worksheet, but I love this one. So, connect with yourself. I want you to take a moment to notice and listen to yourself. Do a little check in, do a body scan, connect with your body, connect with your heart, connect with your mind. What are you noticing? What is the message that you are hearing when you stop to listen? What is it that you need? What is it that your body needs? And in what ways and how can you step towards feeling at home with yourself in your body? This is another meditation that I pulled from author Melody Beattie's Instagram page. The better you can hear your body, the more clearly you will hear your soul. All right, last topic is a gentle priority for the week. And when I talk about gentle priority, I'm talking about what are you sort of gently leaning into and prioritizing this week? Do you have a takeaway from today? Do you already know very clearly what it is that you want to prioritize this week? It could be something as simple as getting outside more, feeling more sunshine, having that fresh air. It could be giving yourself more breaks throughout the day. It could be maybe you feel drawn towards starting to journal or starting to write again, or maybe you have a passion that you would like to reignite. Maybe you used to paint and you want to start painting again, or whatever it is, whatever that is calling to you. What are you going to gently prioritize this week? I'm going to end with these words from Melody Beattie. Well, I also have a message to share with you, but this is the last quote. Positive energy heals, conducts love, and transforms. Choose positive energy. So if you're at a loss for what you might want to gently lean into this week and prioritize, maybe that might give you an idea. Choose to invite positive energy into your life. Let me leave you today with my wishes for you. And my wishes for you are to free yourself by leaning into your own unique and personal journey, further recognize your inherent self worth, and to actively love and nurture yourself. Thank you so much for being here and being part of what I hope we can build and create this. I'm so sorry, I keep bumping that. Thank you so much for being here, and I I'm just so grateful for your time, and I hope and believe that we can create such a beautiful and powerful and strengthening community of women. So I hope to see you next time, and enjoy the rest of your weekend or the rest of your day, depending on when you're watching this. Thank you. Have a great one. Bye.